So I'm back in Sydney and I have a call every day at 5:15 a.m. Sydney time when I'm here in Sydney. When I'm other places in the world, it could start at different times, but because of the different time zones. But obviously in Sydney, that's the time it starts, 5:15 in the morning. So for the month of December, I was in Sydney living this 5 a.m. wake up lifestyle. So I wake up at 5 a.m. I start the call at 5:15. But what I was doing before is I wasn't in party mode, but I'm a night owl. I go out at nighttime. I was hanging out with friends. I was hanging out with family, going out for dinners, doing whatever late at night. And then of course, after dinner and stuff, I come home. I'll do a bit of work, or I'll watch some YouTube or some Netflix occasionally. Barely watch any Netflix, but the point is I wasn't going to bed at an appropriate time. I'd end up going to bed at like 3 a.m. That's the time I normally go to bed, right? 2, 3 a.m. Maybe in those days I was going to bed around 2. Never before midnight, that's for sure. And it really started to take an impact on my ability to work, to focus, to enjoy life. I was kind of always tired all the time. I was relying on a lot of coffee. And I've just done a little trip for maybe 3 weeks or so. I've been in Dubai, I've been in Thailand, and I've been in Bali. I've literally just arrived back today. I arrived back this morning. And what I'm going to do now for the next, however long I'm in Sydney, maybe the next month or so, maybe 2 months, is I'm going to have a strict bedtime of 9 p.m. So if I get to bed and I'm sleeping from 9 and wake up at 5, I'm getting my full 8 hours. I really need my 8 hours. Even 7 hours kind of crushes me the next day. So I like to get the full 8, sometimes even a bit more. As I said in a previous video, I normally wake up without an alarm when my body's just naturally ready to do so, right? So I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to need the 5 a.m. alarm, and I'm going to be going to bed at 9 p.m. And it's going to be an interesting experiment. I think the main drawbacks or downsides of it is dinners are going to have to be early. Saturday nights, I'm going to have to be strict around going to bed on time. My plan is to do this every day because I've noticed with me, because I am a night owl, if I take one night off and I don't go to bed at 9 a.m., let's say I stay up, I go to bed at 1 a.m. or whatever it is, and I sleep in the next day, then I'm back into the nighttime routine. Then I won't fall asleep on the Monday night or the Sunday night, the day after waking up late. So the game plan is to just stay consistent. I think the one thing that stays consistent is the 5 a.m. wake time, and I need to be disciplined around going to bed around 9 p.m., right? Even if I'm getting into bed at 9 p.m., it's probably a little bit late. So I need to be aiming for about 8 p.m. into bed, sleeping by 9, right? But anyway, that's the plan. We're going to try it out. Tonight's night number 1. Let's see how we're doing. I think might be a little over. Yeah. It's currently 8:56. So I've got 4 minutes to get into bed. I need to brush my teeth. So tonight might be a little over. I might be in bed with my eyes closed around 9:20. I've showered twice today. Probably need a shower before bed, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to sleep, try to get the full 8 hours. Tonight might be 7.5, and then get into that routine and see how we go. And it's going to be a little bit of an experiment because in order for me to really make Sydney possible, living here with US hours that I'm working, this is what I need to do, unfortunately. So let's see how we go. I will maybe do another video in a few days or a few weeks, maybe at the end of the experiment, and see how it went. If I was able to keep the 9 p.m. bedtime, if I was able to keep waking up at 5 a.m. And we'll see how it changes my productivity, see how it changes my energy levels, and see if it allows me to still live the life I want to live in Sydney, which involves beach, sun, hanging out with friends, dinners, coffees, or meeting friends for drinks, and enjoying the city. I think the one concern is Friday nights and Saturday nights, where I'm typically more active with friends and family in the evening. But overall, I think it's going to be possible. I just need to be a little bit disciplined and set some strong boundaries and restrictions. Even tomorrow night, I've been invited out for dinner with my parents. They're in Melbourne at the moment. They're flying back. And they made dinner plans and I had to cancel because it's going to be too late. I didn't realize that. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do dinner. But of course, it's not going to work out if I want to get to bed at 9 p.m. So might have to, it's already taking its toll, right? And even right now, my inclination is to stay up. I don't want to go to bed just yet. But I'm going to have to stay disciplined and make this happen, and see how it shifts my work, see how it shifts my life. So thank you for listening. If you go to bed early, let me know in the comments. If you stay up late, let me know in the comments. If you've ever made a shift like this in your sleep schedule, let me know how that worked out for you. Hit that like button, and of course, as always, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.